Did you know that being childless and husbandless is actually one of the most powerful things you can be as a woman?
Men can't believe that women are single by choice because men aren't single by choice.
These men don't understand when women tell them that they are single by choice. They are quick to bash women that are single by choice. They are quick to go down and start typing on the comment section as I saying you're going to die alone, old cat lady. If you want to call, who do you call? Like, they cannot understand why women are choosing to be single by choice. And now I get it. It's because they can't be single by choice. When you see a man single, most of the time it's because maybe he doesn't have money at the moment, or he spoke to a lot of girls and nobody's answering him. Hardly will you see a man that say, I just want to be alone, I don't want to be with any woman. They must always have a woman that is filling a particular role in their life. Let me roll this clip for you all to watch at the end, and I'll be back.
Men can't believe that women are single by choice because men aren't single by choice.
Yeah.
They may be finding women to go on dates with, but nothing's sticking. And so they're lashing out at women saying things like, have fun being single or enjoy your cats. Sir, that's the whole point, is that I am having fun being single and I love my cats. And I also love my peace of mind, not having to be accountable to somebody who isn't really that interested. He's not interested in me and my life and things that I want and need out of life. He's interested in his own feelings of being alone and being single. And why can't women just do what he needs them to do? As men age alone, it is not good. Ask any hospice nurse or nursing home nurse or even hospital nurses. No one's visiting. And the men are not okay. But I'm finding that as I age, I am getting happier and happier with myself and my girlfriends and my family. And the idea of having to accommodate a man's insecurities or even securities is just less and less appealing. Us ladies are getting together. We're growing our friendships. We're doing things. And we're finding that we're happier than we've ever been. And men can absolutely not understand that. They want to be able to do less and less and know that there's a woman there to drive them to the hospital or organize their medications or just sit around and do whatever it is that they want to do and take up time and space in her life and accommodate him. And I would dare say, especially the men that are just doing a bunch of dating and saying that they're having a great time and nothing is sticking for them. The men that I know that are dating a bunch are looking for a permanent woman. They're not really happy with that lifestyle. Of course, they have to pretend, like that's the dream. But they're looking for the ride or die until they're 80 and they know that that person's going to be there to help them change their diapers. It's terrifying to them. Me and my girlies and my family, we know that we'll show up for each other because there's no expectation that we're going to change or that there's anything wrong with us. We're just doing what we want to do and enjoying each other's time and space. No one needs to change. But men get their hands on a woman that looks like she might stick around, and immediately he's got a list of things that he's going to need from her. So I say the same thing back to those men. Have fun being single. I happen to love.
Did you know that being childless and husbandless is actually one of the most powerful things you can be as a woman? Yeah. And I'll say that again because I know it's going to ruffle some feathers. But the feathers need to be ruffled because for all the young women out there, myself included, who felt or have felt or are feeling like they are behind in life because they do not have a husband, they do not have children. Did it ever occur to you, my love, that maybe there are better and bigger things that God is trying to do in your life right now? And maybe he wants you to focus on your relationship with him. That's the man you need to invest into God. Because it's not like I don't ever want a husband and kid. Maybe one day I was always the woman. I'm telling you, my whole life dream and goal centered around a husband and marriage and children. And, God put it on my heart at the beginning of this year that maybe God has bigger and better for me waiting. And I don't need the husband and children to get that. Maybe I can do that all by myself with God's help. Men are great, like if you find one that treats you well and makes life better, by all means, babe. And if you are married and if you do have children, I hope that you are living in your blessing, in the blessing that you have prayed for, because that's all we ever want. But I am just trying to encourage the young woman watching this video that has just dreamt and hoped and prayed as a little girl until she grew up to have this husband and kids. And babe, there is so much more in life to that. I promise you. I promise you. And if it's meant to be, it's going to be. Okay? So just chill out. But there's a reason why the rich auntie that has no kids is happy, stress-free, and living her best life. Right, because she has no kids.
Having kids and getting married is a scam for women. Women who are unmarried and childless are the happiest people of all, according to a professor of behavioral science. First, I think they meant to say child free because childless people, I don't know if they're as happy because they want to have kids but they can't. So I don't they might have used the wrong word there, but let's continue. Women who are unmarried and child free are the happiest subgroup of the population as a whole, according to a happiness expert. I didn't know we had happiness experts out there. And now you know. Paul Dolan, a professor of behavioral science at the London School of Economics, says that while men benefit from being married, women generally do not. Although tying the knot and having children are typically considered markers of success in our society, women who shun this pressure despite the stigma tend to be happier and healthier as a result. Who would have thought? Professor Dolan says that unmarried and child-free women are also likely to outlive their married child-rearing counterparts and are healthier than them. Latest data demonstrated that long-established traditional symbols of success did not necessarily correlate with happiness levels. This best-selling author, who carries out original research into the measurement of happiness and its causes and consequences, noted that men, in comparison, benefited from marriage as they calm down. The men, they take less risk and they earn more money at work and they live a little longer. The woman, on the other end, has to put up with that, and she becomes unalive sooner than if she never married. The healthiest and happiest population subgroup are women who are never married or had children. I am shocked. You guys tried to gaslight us into getting married and having kids a lot. You're like, oh, it's the best thing that'll ever happen to you. You'll never find true love unless you have kids and marriage and da 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 da. But the science is saying the exact opposite. Married people who are happier than other population subgroups, but only when their spouse is in the room when they are asked how happy they are. When the spouse is not present, they're effing miserable. So basically, they're saying if you're a man, you should probably get married. If you're a woman, don't bother.
Woman that is happily single and she comes out to admit it that I am single by choice. I choose to be single. I choose to be child free. I choose not to have anything to do with you men. Their bodies, they're not okay. Look at the other video I posted the other day. It was saying that women will have to settle because people don't have choice anymore. Who told you women don't have choice anymore? Women are choosing to stay single. Women have seen that being in a relationship with men are using women so much and they don't want to be used anymore. They've seen the book, they've read it, they've finished it. Women do not want to settle anymore. They rather be alone, they rather be happy. In fact, happiest women are the ones that are single by choice. They are the ones that are very happy, very, very happy genuinely. Because most of the time, people feel like when you have a man, you will be happy. There's kind of happiness that comes with it. Do you know that when you also have that man, you can be very lonely, even in that relationship, and nobody will get it. Even the man that you call your man will not even get that you are lonely. So now, when these men come and see women that are sharing their happily single lifestyle and all of that, they are quick to say you will die alone, you will do this, you will do that. Like, I feel like those are the insecurities that they have in them, and they're trying to push it and make women to be afraid that, oh my God, maybe probably I'm going to die alone. Maybe probably when I get old, nobody's going to be there, to call or something. And it's not always like that, because I feel like it's the other way around. A male acquaintance I haven't seen in 30 years showed up at my door uninvited, and after a few minutes of small talk, asked me why I didn't have a boyfriend. I told him I wasn't looking. I've been happily divorced since 1973. I'm now 75, healthy, 3 cats, and peace. No desire to be a maid and cook for an ungrateful man. The guy didn't have sense enough to ask me out to eat. Red flag. I love that you're on TikTok. I'm 47 and starting over again. Being a single mom of 3 teens scares me a bit. Your kids will keep you on the right path. I'm not rich, but have no kids, and I've had a bumpy journey due to being naive, but I know God has preserved and protected me. I'm a widow at 24. I'm now 38. Men constantly ask why I never get married, and I'm like, why would I? How would that benefit me? See, when you see any women, I feel like it's just in their head. And also with some other women as well. When you see any woman and you're like, oh, she's very nice, but she's not married. Who told you she want to get married? Who told you she wants to slave for someone that was going to be ungrateful after even slaving everything for? Who told you she wants to go into that system? People are waking up, women are waking up, and they don't want to do the norm anymore. And I don't understand whereby people see people that have not got, they're not married, they don't have children, and they keep feeling that probably they're going through a lot. That might not even be their problem. The problem might be making money. The problem might be something else. Doesn't even have to relate to marriage or children. Everyone is happy being single, but I find the perception of men here is pretty sad. I'm just looking for a partner to build a life with and have a family, not to worry about growing up right now. That's coming from a guy. I dated a guy for 15 years. I didn't want to marry, but he did so. I broke up. When he asked why, I said because he knew nothing about me. He denied it, so I asked him what my mom's name was. He didn't know. Okay, what they don't realize is that all the games they played, we got sick of playing and decided to enjoy ourselves without them. Teach me to live without you, and I will thrive alone without you. And that's on period, because they teach you to do things by yourself. They teach you to enjoy life by yourself. They teach you to, try to. When you need them to be around to do some things, they tell you, no, you have to be, you demand, you ask too much, blah, 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 blah. When you start doing those things by yourself, you realize that, okay, I don't actually need this person in my life, because if I'm going to be doing all those things by myself, what are you there for? I saw a snap where a man was saying that he really didn't want a wife, but now that he was older, he was just going to have to get one because he knew he would need someone to take care of him and help. And that's what they use women for. Men always go into a relationship for business. And I always say it, if they're not going to benefit anything from you, they won't go into that relationship. And that is one of it. These men, when they are getting older, you see them now calm. These are the men that when you get married to them, firstly, fresh husband, young men, they are not available. They are always out there. They feel like they want to go out to explore, to try other things, to hang out. Like, they don't even prioritize their family. But the moment they find out that they are getting older, they don't, like, nobody sees them anymore. Younger girls don't even look at them because they are poor. They don't really have money like that. They start going back to their first wife, or they start being humble. They start being, and they do that because they know that now that they are going to be sick, they will need someone to take care of them. And it is not the girls that they were cheating with their wife, those are not the girls that will take care of them. It's the wife that they want to take care of, because she's the one that will do free labor. Because those ones will not do any free labor. Cindy said, you nailed it. I'm in the process of leaving my boyfriend quietly after 11.5 years. And I can't wait to be single. is incapable of being alone or doing for himself, but that is not my problem. I'm out. They are the ones dying alone. They are the ones lonely. They are the ones that when they get old, nobody's there for them. Look around you. Even if you don't want to go and do your research, look around you. How many people are staying close to older men now when they are very sick? And compare it to people that are always there for the older women. Look at the statistics in around you, just around you. Like, just try to look around you and see. For me, around me, these older men, nobody sent them. In fact, it's just like, okay, formality's sake. There is no true affection, because when you think about the things that they did to you when they had that power, they had that, you might not even want to help them. But then the older women, on the other hand, people always want to be at their service. They always want to help them. They always want to stay with them even while they are sick and dying, because who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? So they are the one dying alone, but they try to make it look as if it is women that die alone if they choose not to be in a relationship with a man. So they don't understand when women come and say they are happily single, because they cannot be happily single. They are miserable. Let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. I would like to hear your thoughts and your opinion and your suggestion down in the comment section. And thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and kindly turn on the post notification bell to get notified once I upload another interesting video like this one. And of course, I will see you all in my next video.